Yeah. Right, so today I borrowed the Suzuki GSX-8T from a Suzuki dealership just to see how it compares to my Triumph Speedway 900. It's one of the bikes I would consider probably to get next. Clearly based on the looks, maybe not this one, the TT version. They don't have a demo for the TT, but it's exactly the same bike, just different styling. My first impressions then. I've only spent literally 5 minutes on it, and yeah, the bike feels faster, better acceleration in all the gears. Brakes feel a bit sharper too. My Triumph only has one disc at the front. It definitely feels agile, more agile. The seating position is slightly lean forward, not dramatically. It's still very, very comfortable bike. It's just I'm comparing it to my Triumph clearly. The clutch feels very heavy. I don't know if it's a Suzuki thing, because every Suzuki I tried, well, I didn't try many. I had a Suzuki 125, and then I took my lesson on SV650. It's always the same thing. The clutch is always heavy, which could be a problem in town. I'll do a lot of town riding. In fact, I mainly commute to work on my bike into London. So we'll have to build some muscles in that left hand. One thing that's a slight letdown is the sound of the engine. It just doesn't sound nice. Right, so this bike has a quick shifter. I've never experienced a quick shifter before. It's quite nice. It's very smooth, going up at least. I've read some reviews that mention that when going down it can be a bit harsh. Shit! Yeah. It does sound a bit like a 125. It could definitely benefit with an exhaust upgrade. I've seen some YouTube clips with aftermarket exhaust, and they do sound a bit more charismatic. it's a much more exciting bike to ride, that's for sure. I know it's only 82 horsepower, but it's a torquey engine. I don't remember exact figures. I'll try to put them on the screen. I would imagine this would be a perfect commuting tool, and maybe like a weekend B-road blast type of bike. Lots of bikers as always in this area. Lots of friendly bikers. Hardly any bikers in London say hi to each other anymore. I don't know if you noticed. Just my observation. Yeah, the suspension is very, very bouncy. That's for sure. It's not crashing and anything like that. It's just it's very bouncy. It's a nice little village, this one. Yeah, so like I said, the suspension is bouncy. It's definitely harder, but it isn't crashing like my Triumph is. My Triumph can bottom out very often. I'll try to stop in a moment so we can have a look at this bike actually. I think I was maybe a bit too harsh saying that the suspension is uncomfortable. I think it's what it's supposed to be really on a bike like this. Suspension is non-adjustable at the front. There's nothing you can adjust. No preload, no nothing. The back shock, you can adjust the preload only. Right, let's have a look at this thing. So Suzuki say that this is retro inspired. And I'm just trying to think what they meant. Perhaps because the headlight is round? It's not a bad looking bike, don't get me wrong. Obviously, if I was going to buy this, I would buy the TT version, which comes with that bikini fairing. I think that bike is a really cool looking bike actually. Again, not exactly retro. I think the main problem is this. It's the way it sounds and it's the way it looks. Would I be happy with this kind of bike for the next year? Do you know what? I think I would be. Even though it's nothing like my Triumph in terms of character, in terms of looks. But it's a really good all-around bike, which would suit me quite well. A commute and, you know, some weekend fun. And it's definitely more fun in the corners. Acceleration is better, handles better, stops better. We've got these 4-piston Nissan calipers. Single piston at the back. The fuel tank, I believe, is 16 liters, which again is a bit of an upgrade to my Triumph. My Triumph is only 12, which means I have to put fuel in it twice a week, which is a bit annoying. I'll give you a little sound sample on this thing. One of the problems with this bike also is the price. I mean, the price has gone down a bit because it was ridiculous when the bike first came out. Now, for this one, they expect you to pay 8.5 and then 9 for the TT version, which is a bit more manageable, but I think it's still too much, to be honest, for what it is. I've noticed that some dealers have an offer at the moment, so 8.5 for the TT version. Easy start, so just press of a button, you don't need to hold it, the bike starts. You know, I'm comparing this to my Triumph, but in reality it's a completely different bike, which is a good thing because technically I can change my bikes every year, so I can experience all kinds of things, and I think I'll be happy to live with something like this for the next year. It's just that we'll have to change that exhaust for sure. Will be the first thing to go. Obviously, I don't want the bike to be obnoxiously loud, but just a bit more bass. And I know these engines can sound quite good. Watch some clips on YouTube. You also get 10-year warranty on Suzuki's, as long as you service it with the main dealer every year, which is great. Obviously, they don't tend to go wrong, these bikes, from what I've heard. But it's still good peace of mind. Triumph, you only get 2 years, and then you can extend it for extra fee. It looks like you get reach adjustment on the brake only, not on the clutch. also wonder if there's anything you can do to make that clutch feel a bit lighter. It's a fun bike, that's for sure. Compared to the Triumph, Triumph is more like a Sunday cruise type of thing, or commute to the city. It's a very stylish, very nice sounding bike. This is more lively, and maybe this is exactly what I need for the next year, just to gain some more experience. You know what? The quick shifter works fine going down. It works absolutely fine, no problems. Again, I've got nothing to compare it to other quick shifters, but for me, it does whatever it needs to do. And like I said, going up, it's brilliant. Yeah, I think in general I'm quite impressed with this bike. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. Nothing that can be sorted, at least. Right, I think it's time to return this thing back to the dealership. And yeah, think about it. Obviously the main question is how much they would give me for my Triumph in part exchange. There don't seem to be many dealerships, Suzuki dealerships at the moment. The one near me has closed. I mean, they stopped selling Suzukis. Apparently Suzuki is not doing very great in UK. I don't know if it's true in terms of sales. This bike was an absolute flop when it came out for sale because of the price. The price was, I think, I believe 10k when it came out. Which is a bit ridiculous. The first things I would change on this bike would be the exhaust and the levers. They're not the best quality ones. And we are back on the Triumph. As you can see, it's a couple of hours later and the weather has changed. It's actually starting to rain a bit. The battery in my camera died, which meant I had to get back home, charge it up again and try to record some kind of outro. So what happened is I went back and I think I got a pretty good offer for this as a part exchange. So I decided to place an order for the green TT, which should be with me in about 10 days time. So yeah, I cannot wait. Very excited. And I know I've been probably criticizing that bike a lot in this video, but to be honest with you, it's a decent bike. It's not retro as Suzuki would like you to think that it is. Perhaps that's what is annoying me a bit, but in general it's a really good bike that will suit me quite well for the next year as a commuter bike and a weekend toy. So yeah, orders made, decisions made. It's time to say goodbye to this one. So I've had this bike for just over a year, and I've done, as you can see, nearly 10,000 miles. But it's been great. I need a new bike. If I continue to ride this one, next year it will be 20,000 miles and the bike will be worthless. Plus also, I think it's good to try something else. Like I said earlier, I'm in a position where I can change my bikes every year. Yeah, thanks for coming along. See you next time.